Good evening, everybody. Thanks. Appreciate you coming out. As he said, my name is Jim, but there's no need to worry. I am the friendly kind of Jim. I'm not that pesky GYM. Obviously, you don't have to get up early to do business with me. Hopefully, you don't get all sweaty sitting there. But if you give me a chance, I will take $69 a month out of your checking account for absolutely no reason. It's all good. It's all good. I've been here in Vegas for a couple days, which is annoying one of my coworkers because he's having problems with his car. So earlier this week, I was giving him a ride back and forth to work. Yeah, he went and screwed up. He bought one of those new Ford Fusions. My first thing is, hey, buddy, why would you ever buy a Ford? Secondly, why would anybody buy a car that starts with FU? Moved not too long ago. It's a pretty good deal. I do miss living at my old house, though, because for the entire 7 years that I was living there, I was stealing my neighbor's cable, or as I like to call it, indirect TV. It's cool, though. No, I moved because I got a dog. Get any dog lovers out there? Woo! They clearly are man and woman's best friend, without a doubt. I had to move to accommodate the dog, a little bit bigger yard, things like that. But I'm having some challenges figuring out what to feed this dog. So I'm spending a lot of time in the dog food aisle. I saw one of these dog foods where it said that this dog food is made from real turkey. Well, that dog is already lazy enough. The last thing she needs is real turkey. So now I'm spending my weekends shopping for a dog food made from a real Red Bull. And they say that after a while that a dog and its owner begins to look a lot like each other. I guess my first mistake was getting a dog with a little gray beard. I get it. All right. Very good. Very good. It's cool. So I've been spending a couple days here in Vegas, and I am not going to lie, it is much hotter than I thought it was going to be. So I'm definitely, hotter than everybody thought it was going to be, right? So I'm trying to find new ways to stay cool, so let me know if this works for anybody else out here. Earlier today, what I did is I went out and I bought a box of animal crackers, and I just ate all the polar bears. Also eating a lot of ice cream. One of my favorite ice creams are those Klondike bars. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, they're delicious. Those white ice creams with the chocolate crunchy goodness. It's like a race because you got to eat that thing before it runs down the front of your shirt. And Klondike bar to me really doesn't sound like an ice cream. It sounds more like a gathering place for lesbians in the Yukon. Jim, damn it, Jim. You know how many times I've heard that in my life? Damn it, Jim. But that's all right. We're just here to have fun, tell a few new jokes, see what we can, throw it out, see what sticks. But it's not my fault that I'm here telling these jokes. I do this under the advice and encouragement of my friends and family. Yeah. And that's a lot of advice and encouragement. I happen to be the youngest of 7 kids. A lot of times when I mention that to people, they just assume that we were raised Catholic. That's not the case. My folks were just horny. They're like, Jim, 7 kids. That's a lot of kids. They want to oftentimes know if we all have the same father. Isn't that just a nice way of saying, hey, buddy, was your mom a bit of a hoe? I'm pretty confident my mom was not a hoe, but I do know one thing that she was tired, right? She had 7 kids, me the youngest, when she was 43 years old. Yeah. From what I understand, the first time that the doctor tried to pass me to her, she was like, no, you touched him last. So after seeing my mom go through all that pain and heartache with the kids, I don't have any children, but I do spend a lot of time with my nieces and nephews. I got a phone call from one of my nieces the other night, and she asked me if I could help her with their homework. I was touched, that kind of gave me some affirmation, like she thought that I was smart. But come to find out that under the advice of my brother-in-law, she called me because her assignment was about the DARE program. Right? Everybody knows what the DARE program is, right? It teaches kids drug abuse, resistance, and education. I did not have a DARE program. I could have used one. Could have taught me that drugs are really expensive. Could have made some learning things out of it too, like the laws of supply and demand. Like if you can get me my supply, you demand. She asked me if I ever smoked any pot, and I was honest with her. I told her, yeah, I've smoked a shitload of weed. And, I used to tell her, I said, I don't know how you guys do it now, but when I was smoking pot, we used to do shotguns. Everybody familiar with the shotgun where you take the lid end of the joint, you put it in your mouth, and you blow the smoke out towards your smoking partner. Well, the problem as a young man, we were never comfortable because you'd have to get really close to your smoking buddy. We were afraid of looking like a couple of homos, so we never did it at like concerts and parties and things like that. What we would do is we would go back to his house when his folks weren't home, go up in his room, pull the blinds down and do it. How fucking gay was that? And throughout a gentleman's lifetime, we develop a series of moves that we use to seduce a woman. I refer to mine as my repertoire. Damn it, Jim. I said it for you that time. That's all right, that's okay. But I've recently learned that I like my women the same way that I like my television. High and def. They're not all funny. Yeah. That's okay, we're having fun. Everybody here drinking a beer, enjoying themselves? Wow, that's what matters the most. That's what matters the most. So flying over here this week, I realized that flying here without my wife, that I was the TSA's worst nightmare. Yes, because for this week, my package is unattended. No? Damn it, Jim. Damn it, Jim. That's all right. Interesting little story about my trip to the airport over there. Driving down the road, and my car veers off the road a little bit, and I hit some of those rumble strips, those little ridges on the side of the road to keep in your lane, right? And when you drive across them, they go. I am not going to lie, that tickled my ass. And that will be one of the few times you will ever hear me say, "Ooh, ribbed for my pleasure." Thanks, guys. I appreciate your time tonight. My name's Jim Kruder.